Alright, boys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about how I made 3.6k in 24 hours on OnlyFans. So, obviously this is like not completely new career, but I only had it for like maybe a month or two, like 1.5 months. So it's not been too long. Obviously this is like a pretty big day, as you can see, it's 94% increase. We've not had a day that's before for her, but pretty much I'll explain what we did today, and obviously just in general the marketing and everything that we've done for her. So the main points is that this is a high quality creator. This is not just an average creator that hasn't got a good phone, doesn't really care, is lazy, blah blah blah. She's got a high quality phone. She actually puts a lot of effort into her content. Always has a nice background, all of that stuff, and is very hardworking. So we get a lot of content made, or like she makes a lot of content for us to for the marketing and for the OF, which is obviously very important. Whenever you want to reach like high numbers daily, um, it's a lot harder whenever you have a model that doesn't really care, doesn't put effort in, all of that stuff. So obviously, yeah, like whenever you have a model like this, it does make it easier, right? The second is a hardworking team for marketing and for chatting. So obviously, you know, I didn't hire new people just for her, but just in general, the fact that I've got a big team for the marketing on Reddit, Instagram, all of that stuff, and for chatting, obviously helped a lot to get to this number. If I didn't have good chatters on, if I just had average chatters on this account, then um, it could be a lot less money. Like one thing that I will say is like even if you do 10 out of 10 marketing and get a lot of subs, if your chatting isn't good, a day that could be 5k in one day might end up being only 1k in one day. So it is very important to have good chatters, otherwise you could be missing out on a lot of money. But yeah. Next thing is testing lots of niches and different styles of content, which once again I think this is very important to do. I've mentioned this in other videos before. Um, Whenever you want to reach high numbers and scale up, you need to always be testing. And it sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't do it. Um, Even if something's working right, like let's say you've gone for like a ego niche and it's working good, that doesn't mean you should just stick to that and only do that. There's always more money to be made from other niches. And I think a lot of people make the mistake of just sticking to one thing and just scaling that. Whereas you could scale that while also testing out other things and see what else can bring in high quality subscribers, right? Let's say ego niche brings you the most high quality subscribers and a lot from wherever you're doing the marketing. You could also then scale that and test out a different niche, like let's say dominant niche or whatever type of niche. You could try that out on different account, new accounts, and if it brings a lot of subs or converts a lot of high quality subscribers, then you could obviously then scale that too. And that's I think what makes a big difference with a lot of agencies. Whereas how much they make is the ones that just stick to one thing and the ones that just keep testing more and more and more. Because the more things you test and the more things that you find that works, the more money you can make. So yeah, so that's the main thing that we did. Now on top of just that, obviously I will talk about just Reddit, Instagram, all that we do for her in a moment. But so what we did specifically on this day to actually make a lot more than usual is it was her birthday. So what we did was a bit different to usual. Obviously Reddit, we have a lot of accounts of her. Like I said, a lot of different niches, a lot of posting there. Um, Twitter, obviously we've got her main account and we've got a lot of slaves doing Xbot. If you're new here and you've never heard of Xbot, I've got a lot of videos on this channel about Xbot specifically. So if you've never heard of it, you can go watch them. I won't go into full detail on what it is, but it's basically a tool that automates retweet for retweet. So we have a lot of slaves obviously doing that, and then her main account, and same for Instagram. Obviously, we've got a lot of accounts doing the flash news trend, and her main account as well, which is sort of a mix of different stuff that she does. Um, and pretty much what we did was we made an announcement or like a post a few hours before, saying that it's her birthday and that she's going to do an OF live today. On OF, we did a post of that on Reddit, we did a story of that on Instagram, and we did a post of that on Twitter. So we basically used her entire fan base on all of her social medias to promote that it's her birthday and that she's going to be doing an OF live stream. And from that, then obviously we kept chatting throughout the day. Obviously, kept chatting. And because it's her birthday, obviously a lot of people also wanted to give her money or talk to her more, blah blah. And as the traffic kept coming in, just in general and for this live stream, we then did she then did an Instagram live on her main on her main account, and obviously promoted the live stream there as well. Then she went live on OF. I think it was for like 2.5 hours or maybe three. Where she basically just played a lot of games like spin the wheel, or like someone can tip her for her to do something, blah blah. And throughout those 2.5 hours, that's where we made, I'd say, like $2,000 out of this day. Out of the 3.6, you put in like 2,000, maybe just a bit under. Um, and she did another live, basically where people that tipped over $50 were able to get like a private live stream of just those people. And that live stream basically kept going until they stopped tipping. So it was like $15 a minute or like $20 a minute, where she will basically do basically like do solo content live, but it stops whenever they stop tipping. So that lasted for like half an hour as well. So we made a bit extra from that, and then and yeah, the rest obviously just from chatting. In general, obviously she was active that day. Obviously, we had a few like pre-planned content that she made, but then also she was making customs for her birthday on that day. So obviously we were getting a lot of sales for her birthday, where people were tipping to see like birthday content or birthday customs, blah blah. And yeah, so pretty much that is what we did today, slash yesterday, to reach 3.6K in 24 hours. Obviously, like I said, it's a very good day for her. Basically, 100% more than usual, or like than the average. So yeah, obviously we're very happy with that. But that's basically what we did. Like I said, in general, the main things are just the main thing that I think is very important that, like I say, a lot of people just forget to do is just testing lots of different things to just keep getting more and more traffic from different places, different niches, different you know quality of subscribers. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I do want to say I will be doing a private group call pretty soon in my group, going more in depth on this. Basically, the call is going to be like an AMA plus talking about, reaching 100K a month, some SOPs, and like a case study as well of like a student that made 100K a month as well. So there's going to be a group call in my private group, which obviously will be in the description if you want to join that. But I do have a free Telegram as well, so make sure you guys join that too. And yeah, see you guys later.